Hey everybody, welcome to another Sabre Limited Ask the Experts video. Let's get going. So this is version 2 of a video that already exists on our channel, the Sabre Limited timeline video. And it's version 2 because we changed our approach to our projects, and so the timeline is slightly different. My name is Rob Jolliffe. I'm president of Sabre Limited. I am an expert in supply chain and manufacturing. I have over 35 years of experience in ERP and data systems. I'm also an avid music collector. And I have a lot of CDs because I'm Gen X. So today we're doing an expert video. These expert videos are designed for prospects and customers of Sabre Limited. We sell to the SMB discrete manufacturer looking for ERP and advice and expertise, and we sell the Microsoft Dynamics Business Central product line. So if you're looking for more information on those products, if you're in that space, this will be a great video for you. If you're not, it could still be very interesting, and hopefully you get something out of it. Now, down in the description below, my team will have put a link to my calendar so that if you'd like to ask me some more questions or have a quick meeting with me and learn more, please go ahead, book a meeting in my calendar. So this video is about our Sabre's agile project implementation methodology and the timeline. I get this question all the time. People are talking to me about, if they go forward with Sabre, what's the timeline look like? And so what I've done is I've created this video to explain the timeline. Let's kind of get into it pretty quick. Assuming, let's say it's November and you've closed with us, you've signed your purchase order over, and we've scheduled to go live for about the beginning of January. 4 to 6 weeks is pretty normal for us to get going. So we start January 1st, 2099. And the first thing we do is we do discovery. And senior manufacturing consultants who have expertise in your industry will sit with you and conduct discovery sessions with your team. Now, typically we do this in group setting, so everybody in your team has a chance to kind of voice their thoughts and share information. And often we find this is really useful because somebody from accounting might bring a different context from somebody from purchasing or manufacturing. So getting all of the juices flowing and the team discussing and explaining your current situation is extremely important. And what we're trying to do here is we're trying to map what you do as a business with our project plan and make sure they fit. If the project plan and your business are fitting well and we see what we're expecting to see, this is just going to go very smoothly. If we start seeing things that you do that are really unusual, we're going to dig in and try and understand those. Once discovery's over, we're going to transfer that discovery knowledge over to our team who are going to train you on what we call theory. In theory, what we're doing is we're both showing you a feature of the Business Central system and how it works, and we're also collecting data from your system so that we can feed it into the next step. So here's our sales order process. Show us your sales order process. Here's where customer head record is kept. Show us how you keep customer records and where they are. And we're going to get you to export that data into Excel or dump it into PDF files or however you can get it to us in a format that we can use. Now we're going to use, we're going to have our team is going to take that data that you've given to us, and we're going to take samples of it, but real samples from your system, if you're using QuickBooks and Excel, we'll get them out of your Excel workbooks and out of QuickBooks. If you're using an old ERP system, we're going to see if we can get it out of the old ERP. However we could get that data, we're going to take it and we're going to put it into a training company. So this is a company into which we can start training you. You can log into that company, you can start getting trained, and you're going to see something that looks familiar to you. You're going to see your items, your customers, your vendors. Not everything, but enough of them that when we do training, it's going to be meaningful. And then we get into training. And training is the longest part of the entire project per this timeline. Now I'm going to put an asterisk on that, and I'll come back to why I can't commit to it always being the longest part. I will say this about adjustment. The more complicated your business is, or the harder it is for you to get data out of your system to us, the longer that'll take. So there's a little bit of variability to the duration of adjustment. And if you're doing a print viz project or you're doing a CPQ, a configure price quote project, that's going to be longer because before we can start training, we need a basic sample of the estimating setup. If you don't have to do that, then that's not going to be too long. Usually it's 2 to 3 weeks maximum. 2 weeks here in this example. Okay, once we've done the training, and the purpose of training is to go over the system with a decision-making team, a team that can look at this. They should be users of the software that you have today. They should not be like upper management who never goes into the software. It should be people who use it, power users, who are able to look at the software that we're selling and say, that works for me and that doesn't work. I wouldn't use that. They're making decisions about the modules in BC. So inside Business Central, there could be, I'm going to make up a number, 500 modules that do different things, or 500 features within the modules that are there. You're only going to need 300 of them, but you have to pick the right 300. And we're not always sure what those are. We have a really good idea, but we're going to guide you through the training so that you're picking, you're letting us know, no, that doesn't work for us. We don't do that in our business. We do this in our business. We need that. When you're done that training, what we used to do was we sent you into pilot, and you're kind of on your own. It was sort of like we've taught you to ride the bike, but it's all theoretical. Here's the bike, go. And you fall down and scrape your knee, and you don't want to do that, so you're scared of riding the bike. So it got off to a really slow start. What we're doing now is we have something, and internally we actually argue about what the name of it should be: pilot preparation or pre-pilot or post-training, but it's a phase, and I have it here as a darker purple because to me, it's a continuation of training. It is a preparation, it's training of how to pilot. Piloting is practicing. Piloting is going off on your own. And if you think about this phase, all these 5 phases as being a university course or college course, piloting is your capstone. This is where you have to do group assignments by yourself, with us being there as tutors and support. You know, if you're stuck on something, I don't know how this works. I remember the training, but I can't make it work. We're there. Like, we're jumping in on that. But that first part to the end of pilot prep, that's the fixed fee portion, if you will, of our project. And piloting forward is the what we call project excellence portion of the project. Now, project excellence is going all the way along, and because we're answering questions, and think of it as we're accumulating a bucket of time that we're using during piloting and go live. But the project excellence, which is your monthly amount that you're paying, that's covering during piloting and go live. That's covering all those extra tutoring sessions, extra support questions, reaching out to us. And you're going to do that a lot. And we want you to, because that's the only way you're going to be prepared. Now, while we're doing the project, we're doing these check-ins. We call them phase reviews. And we're checking in at various points during the project to make sure that we're all still aligned and we're still on the right track. And when you get into piloting, the ultimate phase review is that you show us that you're on track, and you do that through the pilot or the pilot event. And so the pilot event would occur a couple months into piloting. Now, this is where the asterisk is, because if you're not allocating enough time for your team to do piloting, this could end up stretching out to 4 months or 6 months before you can do the pilot. This is under your kind of responsibility. Like I said, it's a capstone project. You have to assign enough resources and enough time to do it. So when you execute that pilot, we are marking you. You have to think of it like an oral exam where we're watching you do the work. You're explaining to us what you're doing. We're watching you click the buttons in the software and run through. And we're trying not to help at all. We're trying to make you do it and demonstrate to us that you could take orders from your old system, whatever that is, from 3 months ago. You could reprocess them through Business Central without any mistakes. Once you do that, we sign off. You're able to do it to a reasonable level of success, so that when you turn the system on, it won't just crash and burn, because that happens. Companies turn these systems on and they just fall apart. They can't ship anything. They can't run invoicing through. You don't want that. I don't want that. That's bad. Once you've done that, you'll pick a go live. And in this case, I gave September as a go live example. Go lives are available. We can do up to 3 at a time in the same month. They are first come, first serve. You cannot pick one until you have successfully done that sign-off step and run your piloting. If you try and pick one when you haven't done it, if you force it, we're going to make you pay us a deposit before we'll let you go live, because chances are it's going to be a nightmare. Sometimes it's not, but chances are, our experience is it usually does not go well. Okay, this part here, this first 8 months, That's the core project. That is the part where it is really a project and we're working together and we're getting ready for the go live. The go live itself is really just taking the project, finishing it, and putting it into production. During this time, this core project, you're going to start off with a small group. I've already implied that, but it's really important to remember. You don't want too many people at the beginning because you're only trying to exclude things. You're getting trained on the stuff you need and you're trying to mark off the stuff you don't need. So the training portion of it is really so that you have a small group of people who can make essentially kind of a decision making. What should we use? What shouldn't we use that's in the system? Once they have narrowed it down, you start bringing more people in. This is probably just before piloting starts. Definitely into the pilot prep phase, but then into piloting, you have this larger group of people. And the larger group of people have assigned to the previous group and made them responsible and trusted them to make sure that they're choosing all the right modules. Once that larger group starts practicing with it, and this is still not the whole company, you don't want everybody involved, they're peer reviewing. They're basically quality checking to make sure that the first group did choose the correct modules and that the system is going to work the way your business needs it to. By the time you get to that pilot event, now if you passed it, now you have to start training everybody else to use the system. Now, some people say, wait, Rob, there's like 4 months of training and pilot prep. I have this group of people who've never seen the product. Man, it's going to take me 4 months to train them. That is not true. If you hire a new purchasing agent today and you bring them in to work in your business and they've never worked in your company before, you show them how to do purchasing in whatever system you have today, maybe it's 3 hours, maybe 4 hours of training. Probably people who've already know your products and they have worked for you for many years and you're going to show them the new way, it's 2 hours. So what we find is these extra everyone, the green everyone arrow, they learn the system really quickly because it's all set up. There's a group of people who have already played with it, who know it really well, who can show them. And normally it's your team who are training this larger group, and we're there as a backup. Sometimes you ask us to do the training, but there's a lot of how the business uses the software, not just how the software works. And how the business uses the software is your responsibility. It always is. Now, I kind of implied this as well. The first 5 phases are like a college course or university. They are very specific steps, class times. You have a schedule. When are classes? You've got students assigned with teachers. You're learning. This is really a course that you're taking. That course, because it's a course, it's has office hours and classroom hours, and it's very structured. By the time you get into the piloting, and I've already mentioned this, it's more like a capstone project. It's independent work. You have to work on your own. Now, we're there to help, but we're not giving you timelines and specific dates and milestones to hit. You're doing that. You have to decide for your own business, how much time do my team have? Can they work on this every day? Do I have to, do we have activities going on with the business that are preventing that? So you are driving the piloting. And the biggest mistake that customers make is they assume that their team will continue the momentum, that the team themselves will be self-motivated to keep doing piloting. Very rarely the case. You usually need somebody cracking the whip because they'll revert back to doing their regular everyday job because they're busy and they don't have time to do this. So that is basically it for explaining the timeline process. By the time you've gone through the training, piloting, you've solved it, you're able to go live. And the go live is a process for us where the first few weeks of it are usually very rough. Most customers find it's very scary going live. We're there to hold your hand. We're there to help you through. But by the time you've gone through the first 3-4 weeks, things are starting to settle in and you're into a bit of a groove. And actually, customers use sometimes that last 8 weeks to start working on new things that they said, I want it, but I'm willing to put it off until after go live. Now, this is our silver timeline. So if you go to our website, you look at our pricing, you'll see we have bronze, silver, and gold projects. This would be a silver project, and it would be like a production project or a job shop project. PrintViz projects take longer, and I would say between 25 and 33% longer. So a silver PrintViz project would be close to a year in duration. Bronze projects take less. Gold projects also take longer, probably similarly 25, maybe up to 33%. So a gold project taking a year is not unusual. A bronze project taking 6 months is not unusual. So that'll give you kind of a sense of how long these take. All right. I hope you found this video informative and useful. You could please subscribe to our channel. We do release new videos fairly frequently. And I hope, as I said, I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you very much. Have a great day.